Well, hello and welcome to another sort of mini Lego review here on this channel. Kind of branch out to a little bit more Lego related content, like actual Lego related, not just Lego Legacy stuff. And I recently bought two minifigures from this most recent wave, which I honestly don't remember what wave it is. I don't know what we were, 22, 24. Does it say somewhere on here? I don't think it does. I don't know. Whatever wave we're on now, we started doing the only 12 per wave, which is kind of decent overall. But I bought two of them. I actually got ones I wasn't that into. Oh boy, I got my finger in there. I wasn't actually that interested in. I got the Bard and I got the, I guess, I don't know, sports wheelchair kid, whatever. I'm assuming he's a kid. He has like regular length legs, but I guess you kind of have to have those to really fit in the wheelchair. I don't think it really works well with the short legs. He was one of the ones I was a little bit lesser interested in, which I'll get into that a little bit more in a bit. He was kind of middle of the road. I think I had him ranked like 6 or so. Did a little review on the Discord, which it should be a link to in the description below to the Discord if you want to join. I talk a lot about Lego stuff on there, at least whenever I get any of them. He was kind of middle of the road, like probably one I wouldn't mind have gotten, but a little bit lower, which we'll go over the other ones later. I can't remember who he was when I thought I was feeling. I think I was feeling the loot piece, and I wasn't sure what exactly that was. I know the feeling of that was weird. I wasn't sure it bent like that at the top. I wasn't expecting that bent. I think I was interested by that piece. In him, I think I thought one of his wheels was a shield. There's I believe, two characters this way with a shield. It's been a little bit since I looked at them. I think I looked at them when they got like announced or leaked, and not really knew more sense. I forgot what all the pieces were in there and who else actually it was. Actually, I think I thought the Bard was this one. Who is one of the other ones I wanted? I just want to do a quick little review of them. The Bard I kind of like. These pieces are kind of neat to get. They'll probably go fairly well in any kind of medieval fantasy setting. I think the Bard himself looks pretty decent. Not the most interesting figure ever, at least to me. I mean, I like what I like a little bit more. But I think he could go in well, probably work at a Renaissance thing. Might even work in just like a regular set. I mean, I think coins look a little bit better for a medieval thing. But hey, I think you could work him into a couple different displays. But I think he will be decent if you have a medieval display, which I have a couple different medieval fantasy things. So he actually works out pretty good for me to get. Wheelchair kid. I mean, he's okay. I mean, he has a medal, so I guess he's won. Shirt and stuff looks okay. The helmet's kind of interesting. It's like a helmet. I think I kind of like it, though. I kind of like some of the old pieces a lot. So some of the new molds that kind of replace them, I'm not as interested in. It takes a little while to grow on me. Too hipster, old-fashioned, if you will. The wheelchair piece and everything is actually kind of interesting. Like, it's not bad. It's just, I don't know. Not this is what as much what I'm into. A quick little rant. For collectibles, and things hard for me to word this. I don't like as much the regular people or the city type stuff. Even though they will fill out that stuff decently, like I can't have him fill out my city, and I can use him. I like some more of the specialty stuff. Some of the city characters kind of feel like they could just come in a city set. Like they don't feel kind of special. Also, now these things are $5 a piece when I bought them. So getting one that you aren't as interested in is really sad. Like if somebody who wanted just kind of like 6 of these, getting one that isn't on my list kind of near the bottom is extra sucky because that cost me $5. Like that's kind of a lot. It's like 4 of those bought that set. Like I got these two, or I could get half of another one of those. Yes, I did just do that review over there. The Space Mining Make, I believe it's called. But yeah, that's kind of the price difference. Like I got 2 of these, or for the price of 4 of these, I could get another one of those. I know that one was on sale. It's like sale. It's been marked down. I think most places $20, but still, like the cost of these is kind of up there. But just personal taste, I don't like some of those as much, so I kind of typically skip them. I like the stuff that's a little bit more out there. And I guess too, if Lego still had a running castle theme or some sort of medieval fantasy. If they still had a little bit of a sciencey space theme, uh, I wouldn't be as interested, or maybe some kind of more explore, outgoing something. Like I wouldn't maybe be as interested in them. But since City, how do you call it City? Lego does not. It makes me lots more interested, especially with how cool some of these designs are. I feel like some of these designs are lots cooler than others. Like the wheelchair one mostly has the wheelchair. I guess the helmet's cool, but that's kind of all he has going on. And then you have Arctic Knight, Weird Force Spirit, Moon Knight. I mean, the alien is a little bit one of the weaker ones, but hey, it's still kind of an alien. Very weird mouth head thing going on. Full raccoon suit, toucan, baby horse, all that kind of stuff. They just don't interest me as much. And I kind of wish they did lots more interesting things here. But hey, it has a mixture for everybody. But I guess it's just kind of explaining. I don't hate him because he's in a wheelchair, but like the wheelchair kind of ate up lots of his build. And somebody who is in dire need to get a wheelchair kit for my city display. This, I guess it's just me venting, but getting him was kind of a letdown. Cool for those that want him, but I am very sad. Like I almost wish I could return it so I could get those $5 back so I could get one I wanted. Uh, but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on this. Not bad by any means, just not as creative. I feel. I mean, I know the wheelchair stuff is I think new to this year or maybe last year or something. This is my first wheelchair personally, which just I don't know. It doesn't do it to me. The wow factor of a wheelchair isn't as cool as uh, weird Snow Knight with Husky and a snowflake shield and the cool mustache and furs. That's kind of where we are at. But that's a little bit of a side rant there. Just want to kind of review these. I also want to kind of do a quick little overview of the whole wave. Just kind of give my thoughts on them. The robot I think is kind of cool. Not as unique. I think some of our other robots are cooler. Very interesting head print there. Like I like the stuff going on with the face. I kind of wish you got I don't exactly like the robot arm here. I like the stuff you can do with it. It just feels weird how the arm's not symmetrical to the other one. It's still kind of like doing an arm. I don't know. It just feels weird there. Like this makes it a little bit. I guess it's supposed to be more robotic. But why don't you have like a robot arm on this side too, in the both hands? I don't know. And then also I feel like it makes it a little bit harder to move these because the hand you have to kind of rotate sideways. Actually have it go down by the side. But there's a little other robot build. I guess looks good. I don't know. I like the little eyes on it. But I think it overall looks good. Although he does kind of make me think of a hazmat suit. Chili suit girl, or let's see what they call it. Chili fan girl, chili suit fan or something in Lego Legacy. Very cool. Also, kind of surprised Lego Legacy is adding her in that quickly. I felt up a couple of these. I actually would rather have got this than the wheelchair, so it's kind of, I guess, also makes me sad as I skipped over this one, which one I wouldn't mind having. Just for though, I'm kind of getting a little tired of the suits though, or especially the food stuff. Give me like a cool creature or something. Like I really liked the original, I think original, one of the early ones that was like a guy in a lizard suit, kind of almost like a Godzilla thing. I thought that was really cool. But this is kind of cool. The milk is a cool little print build there. Overall, pretty decent, but having a little bit on the lower or middle end for me. Loot guy, I don't know, cool. I think I had him like place 6 overall out of all of these. The Snow Knight, maybe my first one. I don't know, just a very interesting thing. I could probably put him in somewhere in one of my collections, or at least start something with him. A little bit of an Arctic area, just kind of a cool thing just out there. I don't know if we always have to be medieval fantasy, but I don't know, it looks a little bit magic, something cool stuff going on there. The foal, I don't know, this one's interesting. I kept on people talk about this. They call it, I think, foal fowl. I thought it was somebody with like a Hulk or something. So I was kind of surprised to see it with the baby horse. Not bad. I don't know, just doesn't really interest me too much, but definitely a solid enough one. Just like I said, just kind of a city thing. It doesn't really appeal to me. Ski. I see. I want to call him ski. Skater. I've had I think ones like this before, so it's kind of a little bit of a repeat too. The Moon Knight. They look pretty cool in my opinion. I don't know, interesting weapon, interesting shield, interesting prints, face, all that kind of stuff. Could put them definitely somewhere into my collection. Some of my medieval fantasy stuff, they would definitely work out there. Or maybe even stick them with my vampire stuff and monster hunters or monster fighters, not monster hunters. They don't have monster hunter Legos. Force Spirit. Weird. Still almost looks a bit like he'd be like a wacky sort of Boy Scout type thing, or yeah, Boy Scout, something like that. But he does have that smiley mushroom. Will definitely go somewhere in my fantasy display area, just kind of as a woodland spirit. Could definitely fit in. Neat little print here with the mushroom, the acorn hat. It's interesting. I feel like you could reuse a lot of this for like a sort of kidsy Boy Scout troop or Cub Scouts. That's the one I'm looking for. The younger than Boy Scouts. Jungle Explorer or something, and I think she's actually pretty decent. Like I might have her at like 7th place, no, 9th place, which I guess is kind of low, but the suits are kind of decent. You know, I mean, at least like these jungle explorers, because Lego doesn't give you too much jungle stuff. The toucan's kind of neat. I could definitely stick that somewhere in one of my jungle displays. Raccoon suit's cool. I mean, it's actually really cool, and I guess it fits the meme with me. I don't know, just like another basic-ish animal suit, not anything too out there. Like I mean, we've done enough dogs, we've done enough cats. I guess we've done a raccoon now. The alien. It's cool. I'm always down for another alien. I think what they did with the face here is interesting. That the face print is just the mouth. I like to see that reused somewhere. And the helmet's where the eyes stick up. I think that's kind of cool. Isn't the neatest alien, though I would like to see a little bit more what's actually on the back. I don't think I've ever actually noticed what's on the back. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of there. A little bit lacking, I think, in other details. Now these prices have gone up because to give you a little bit more details. I mean, we did like with him a whole wheelchair and a new helmet. I believe a new helmet print. That one, I don't know. I mean, a whole suit, an accessory, a trash can. Although then, of course, we only got the toucan of the plant, so kind of weird. And the racing wheelchair, which I know that I think the racing attachment thing is new, but it doesn't really do it for me. But I think how I would rank them overall, if I remember correctly, I think I did Moon Knight 1, not Moon Knight, Snowflake Knight 1, oh, Ice Knight, Moon Knight 2, I think 1, 2, 3 with the robot, 4 with the alien, 5 for spirit, 6 is the bard, maybe 7 chili fan, 8 raccoon, 9 is the toucan, 10 is the girl with the baby horse, wheelchair, and then the skater, just because I feel like we kind of have, I mean, I feel like I have this, but a woman. I think even with blonde hair, a similar suit, I think maybe it had a little bit of a skirt, I don't know if it had the trophy, it had the blades, and I think like a more longer hairpiece. But it was like basically the same figure, so I mean, some of the city ones like kind of are repeating. They've kind of ran out of ideas there. Like when they vary stuff up a little bit more, but I do think this new alien and maybe the robot's a little bit weaker. Though looking at the face more, it's growing on me, and I like the little build with it. It's just I wish I could have did a little bit more with the torso to differentiate it from the other stuff. Though it also has some weird hazmat feeling stuff to me. Like it reminds me of a hazmat dude, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I think that's how I'd rank it. I maybe did one ranking where I maybe put her above one of the suit people. I don't know. Like I feel like I could work her into my jungle display stuff, exploration, decently well. The toucan could be maybe nice adding to that. But having just one new animal doesn't do it for me as much as some other people. But I do think it's interesting, like him, the Snow Knight, and heck, even the Moon Knight. But I think the Snow one more so. The headpiece, I think that's a new shoulder piece. I don't know, they look new. Some I haven't seen too much of. That's a new shield or new print there or something. I don't know if the sword's that different. There might be like a new color or something. And you get a dog. And you get those nice unique prints. Like there's lots of stuff I think going on different there. Maybe lots of decent different stuff there. And then, I don't know, that feels a little samey. not too much new stuff there. I mean, with all these other ones having decent accessories with them, or some of them having decent accessories, it's weird that some of these do feel like some of these feel like they should be in a full $350 bracket versus some of these being $5. Like with inflation and stuff, I can see why this would be $5. I don't really exactly agree with it, but I think there's like at least lots of plastic and other stuff going on there. Some of these other ones, yeah, I don't know. But that's kind of where I am. I think there's lots of different places with some of these I can fit into stuff. Like I like to just mix some alien stuff into my space display. Like mixing some of the fantasy stuff just in with my fantasy medieval stuff. Suit people you probably can mix in a couple different places. Junk exploration you can mix them in. The city, I mean, I guess you can mix them in decently too, but I don't feel as much of a need to mix in random city people. So here's just like my little rant and also review of the this wave of collectible minifigures. Really wish it would tell me somewhere on here what wave this is. I mean, I feel almost like it should tell me that, but I don't feel like I see it anywhere on here. Yeah, look how good that figure looks. Man. But yeah, just showing this off for anybody who is interested. It's not really too much more, but yeah, you have the little stand to make them kind of like they're flying. You have some build stuff there. Oh, and I didn't know it had that little drill piece. The drill piece might be kind of cool to add on to there. You have the little build for the little robot that goes with it. But yeah, nothing too extra crazy. I like how they give you a thing about how to put on this little shoulder bag. I feel like you should know how to do that now, but oh well. But yeah, that's kind of where we are with this. Just want to do a little bit of review, kind of just talking about these. Hopefully, might get enough money later to finish at least getting the ones I want. Probably not going to collect the whole wave of them. I'm not as excited about getting all of them, but there are some I wouldn't mind getting. I also wouldn't mind going back at some point getting some old ones. But yeah, just want to discuss these. Curious to hear other people's thoughts on these. What are your thoughts on collecting these? Which ones do you go for? Because I know some of this rant is just me with the stuff that I want. And it's also kind of the price of getting one that you don't want now when they're getting a little bit more expensive. I think I remember when these were like $250. Getting one you didn't want then wasn't too bad. $5 is that's got to kind of add up quickly. Like I want 6 of them, maybe 8, and maybe up to 9. Like 9 times 5 is $45. Like I could get a nice set for that price. So yeah, getting one you don't want also way worse you gotta do. Like gosh, imagine if I got 2 wheelchair people, I'd be living. But yeah, I just want to discuss these. You might see a future video of me adding these into my collection. Those pieces are really nice. But yeah, I don't really know how to end this video. I don't really know what I even did with this video, honestly. But I just want kind of a place to talk about these. And I'm curious to know other people's thoughts if they watch this. What do they think about these Lego things? And I don't know, what's their approach to maybe getting these collectibles? Or if you don't, how would you approach it? Which way would you go about trying to get them? Would you get the ones that fit in better? You want a little bit more unique stuff? I don't know. How do you do it? Because I know my stuff's kind of all over the place with what I would get. So until next time, Troy Ripley signing off. Goodbye, and I hope you enjoyed this little random Lego review / rant / collectible minifigures overview. So until next time, goodbye, wonderful night. Bye-bye.